here we are, folks. Got the guitar in hand and a good fiddle tune. Erynn over there gonna play the melody of a nice West Virginia tune. Andrew Burnside played it years ago. Erynn's known it a long time. And I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's an A tune. The fiddle's cross A. Guitar, I'm gonna just play it out of open position. And it's a lot of fun to back up. It's 2 parts, and one of them goes around, 3 times, the other part twice. So I think you'll have a lot of fun. A little bit of crooked stuff going on in there too. So Coal Holler is a nice tune. Here we go. Thank you, Erynn.
You're welcome.
Sounds great. Makes me want to almost start clogging or something, dance a little bit. It's got a nice peppy sound to it there. Got a good lope to it, yes. So let's slide in here to the guitar spot, and we'll just look at this tune. It's not very hard to play in a way. I mean, it was kind of fast in the first part though, so that's one thing to practice. Good for your facility of chord changing. So we're in the key of A, and so let's just think about the first part. It's going to go. Just think about your bass strings of the guitar. Your 5th string's the A. You're going to hit that, and your E string's the 6th string, and back to 5th and 4. So that's going to be the pattern of the first part. 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, and 5. So your A chord. I'm just doing a regular A chord. One thing about the A chord though, you can fret it a lot of different ways. Some people put 3 fingers in a row like that. Some people do a little triangle. And some people just smoosh your finger. So just as good to try a lot of chords with different fingerings, just so you have more, you have more adaptability as you're playing different tunes that might need a different fingering to, facilitate ease of change to the next chord. So A, I think I'm gonna try playing it with the, let's see what would be good. Yeah, I'm gonna play it just with the triangle. It's gonna go there, 1 pick strum, and then the 6th string, and I'm just gonna strum maybe the first 3 strings mostly right now. Back to A, and the 4th string for D. 5 for A, 6 for E, and stay there. You could hit a walk right here at the end. Might be nice. You could do a little 2, 4 on the 6th string and open 5th. So let's just try that for the first part one time. And again, the first part could, fiddlers may start on either part for the first part. So you always be ready when a fiddler starts a tune. They might start on the other part. So the first and second parts can always be switched. You never know. So be ready for that. So here we go. 1, 2, here I go. A, E, A, and D. A, stay on the E, and we'll do a walk. Bass walk to A. Start again. There's the D. And back to, does it one more time. E, and D. And stay on the E. And we're going to do a variation on that in a minute. That's a lot of fun. We'll do a little bit of maybe some 3-string up the neck kind of thing just for fun. Little triads, which just means 3 notes of the chord. And see what, because you can do a lot of cool things with that, playing different string sets. So let's look at the second part. Now the second part, or the part that goes to the G, which some people call it a modal tune because it has that G natural. When you have an A scale, it usually has that pretty sharp note, half step at the top. This is going to have that, has a bluesy note in the melody. So a lot of times if it's an A tune, it has a G in part of the melody, people would call that a modal tune. We won't get carried away with that. But so it's going to start with the G chord, and you could, it's going to be the 6th string, and maybe the 5th. And I'm going to strum, you know, 2 or 3 strings, probably the first 3 strings at least. So it's going to be G, 6 and 5, A. You're going to hit, we'll just hit 5 and 4, but you're going to stay on the A another time around, another measure. And then you hit the E, and I'm going to hit 6 and 5, and back to A for 1 pick strum. So that's going to be the whole pattern. So I'll just do it so it could be G and A, stay in A, one more time, E, back to A, and the G, see it comes in early, that's the crooked part, A, stay in A, one more time, E, back to A, and that's the whole second part. So let's just try that a couple times. 1, 2, go. It's a G and an A, stay in A, E, back to pick strum G, and A, stay in A, E. You can do a different walk, and then you're ready for the other part where it starts moving, that A, E, A, D. Let's do that one more time, and I'm going to give you a variation on the first part to try, which I think you'll find a lot of fun. So let's just do that part one more time just to get it. And you could walk, let's just walk up to G and A, stay in A. I'm doing 5 and 4, E, and maybe that walk. 1 pick strum, back to G and A, stay in A, E, and pick strum first part, A, stay in E, get back to A. Beautiful. Does it 3 times. And the G, A, stay in A, E, back to A. It's a G. You got it. Long walk, first part, and some people handle this part. One more time on that. So a nice variation to try on that. I'm going to go up the neck a little bit, back up slightly here, and do go up the neck. I'm going to play an F chord for a second on the first 4 string. Let's just think about the first 3 strings as an F chord, and then to leave the first string alone, just play that 3rd, 2nd, and 1st fret as a 3-finger chord. I'll just get up here close so you can see it. Just doing that. And we're going to do that shape, and I'm going to scoot the F down from the 1st fret way on down to the 5th fret. And I'm going to hit that nice 5th string as a bass. So we're going to drone this thing here. So we're going to have 3 shapes here. There's my kind of a double slant. I'm going from the 4th string fretwise, 7, 6, 5. And then our E chord, we're going to back up that 7th fret, back up 1. And then we're going to get like the bottom of a D chord, like if you play a D chord down here, and let go of your 1st string note. You're going to have that shape, but you're going to have to, really the best way to get it is just play your D chord and just pick up that 1st string note and pick up your 3rd finger. You're taking the place of that 3rd fret, 2nd string with the other finger. You just do a little transfer. Your 1st finger stays anchored. You do a little pivot there. And let's just try that if it's a D pivot there. Just practice that little pivot. So that's the shape we're going to use. From here, we're going to have that shape, the pivoted shape. We're going to put that 4th fret note down, 3rd finger, and it's going to scoot on down. That's a D chord, a different voice, and you're putting the high note in the bass, and you're going to scoot it here. So that's going to be my double slant A with that droning pedal tone, and back it up. Back to that first one, and we're going to just bar like the A chord, moved way down A, B, C, D, 7, 7, 7. And we're going to do that same thing again. And then the last thing we're going to do just part of an E, that same if we did the F here and backed it up 1, that'd be an E chord with those 3 strings. So we're getting very specific with just 3 notes and 3 strings and that drony A. So listen to what that sounds like. That'd be a great little variation. It might be too, I don't know. It's kind of cool, very cool, I think. It's good to have options. So there's my A, fretwise 7, 6, 5. Hit that. I'm gonna hit A again, just for an interesting thing. Back up to fret-wise, we got the droney D shape now. It's going to be 6, 4, and 5. There's your E chord sound. Back to A, the first one. And then we're going to smoosh. I'm just smooshing my third finger, 7, 7, 7 from the 4th string. That's my D sound. That's the 3 shapes. And back to the A, then the E again. And then we're going to scoot on down to that with an open string. So it sounds like this. Not even hit, you could just hit that E. So from here, I'll put it in the middle this time. Sounds pretty. And back to the last time, you can be back. Beautiful. So I'm gonna do the whole thing one more time, and I'll throw that little variation in there. So Coal Holler. And just remember that your guitar has a lot of, if you're just playing an A chord, I always remind people of this. Just remember you got the first 2 strings, you got, 6 strings you can play singly. But also for strums, the first 2 or the second and third, just go across with just 2 strings sounds. And a lot of times just 2 strings for a strum is nice. It's a good workout for your picking hand, to be precise with your string strumming. So the whole time through, held up Coal Holler with the first part 3 times, and I'll throw that little variation in. Maybe I'll do it at the end this time. I'll do 2 times and then do the triad for the 3rd time. That'll let me know I'm changing the other part. That might be fun. And you could even apply that to other things. The other part, put that in your thinking cap there, your to-do list. So here's 1, 2, the first part. Second time. I'm gonna go to that triad to finish up. Dramatic. And I did a long A on the video with the fiddle. Just that 2-2-2 on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, and a little finger stretch. And remember, you can do a lot of variations of your elbow and wrist to find that good spot where it's not so hard on your left hand. So Coal Holler, a great tune. A is a good key, and you might, as an experiment, try capoing on the 2nd fret and playing out of a G shape and see what you come up with. Then you would have, for that second part, the F shape for, the bluesy sort of note when it arrives there. So enjoy Coal Holler, and I hope you just play a lot of guitar. It's always a good thing to do. Makes every day go better. So take care. Thank you.